Hey. Well, welcome to your reading to what to expect over the next 30 days. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it, starting with Aries. So, coming into the month, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, you'll begin this month standing in a confident, grounded energy. You'll be surrounded by the results of your hard work, discipline, and intentional choices, especially in areas connected to money, independence, and personal values. There's also a noticeable aura of self-sufficiency here, so you may find yourself indulging in little luxuries, feeling secure enough to enjoy your wins, and generous enough to share your abundance, whether that be through support, wisdom, or even acts of kindness. So this is a time for celebrating your own stability and giving yourself permission to relax and recharge. Now moving on to Death, which is representation of last month's carryover energy. So there are remnants of a major transition still moving through your energetic field. You've likely gone through a shedding process, letting go of people, habits, or expectations that no longer align with where you're headed. While this shift may have been jarring or even emotional, this card reminds you that every ending carves out space for a more aligned beginning. The discomfort you may still feel is a natural part of the soul's recalibration, so keep releasing because the space you're making is sacred. And going forward to the Hangman, this is the general energy for the month, which is another theme of surrender and perspective. So if things feel paused, stalled, or slower than expected, know that this is not stagnation. It's intentional space for being created for deeper insight. Your growth right now is more internal than external. So you're being asked to trust the timing, reflect, and open up to new perspectives. This is your opportunity to realign spiritually so that when the movement does come, you are clear on what's next to be pursued and what's meant to be left behind. And going on to the Six of Pentacles, which represents your advice for the month. So generosity, both given and received, is a key theme for you this month. It's not just about giving materially, but offering your time, attention, and care where it feels mutual and reciprocal. Get more comfortable with receiving too. So don't diminish your worth by feeling you have to earn every act of kindness. Accept what flows to you without guilt. And you may be surprised by unexpected gifts, support, or additional resources. Let abundance circulate freely because it's part of your healing. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So there may be a return of anxiety, sleepless nights, or overthinking. This could relate to a person or situation that previously left you feeling defeated or it challenged you. Something that still lingers in your subconscious. The message here is you're not the same version of yourself that first encountered this difficulty. You've evolved. When this energy resurfaces, meet it with your new wisdom, boundaries, and clarity. This time you have the upper hand and the power to overcome it. And going to your two oracle cards. First one being Magic Circle for protection. This is your mantra for the month. So this is your call to improve energetic boundaries. Be mindful of what you share and who you share it with, because not everyone deserves access to your ideas, intentions, or emotions. Strengthen your protective practices, whether that be through visualization, spiritual tools, or simply discretion, okay? You're safe and divinely protected, so know that. Your mantra is, I am protected from all harm. I safeguard my energy with focus and intention. I am protected from all harm. I safeguard my energy with focus and intention. All right, and moving on to in bulk for an awakening. This is extra insight for the month. So you're entering what feels like a powerful rebirth. This is a season of renewal where the soil of your spirit is fertile and you'll likely be planting new dreams. So use this time to purify your habits, align your actions with your higher self, and nurture creative ideas that feel aligned with your growth. And your body may also call for more intentional rest, nourishment, and listening. This will feel like an awakening. It'll be slow, sure, but at the same time rich with possibility. And I am going to go ahead and read in bulk out of the book to give you even more insight for the month, because why not? The more the merrier. So in bulk says, new desires are presenting themselves to you as you awaken to opportunities that were once unfamiliar to you. These beckon you now to explore as you become more in tune with the magic and mystery of nature. As you become aware of this awakening, you will begin to notice synchronicities such as chance meetings with like-minded people or animals that cross your path. The ancient mystics work with the cycle of nature and recognize that when we operate in this way, we receive all that we need to survive abundantly. Everything that you are feeling is entirely natural. Your wishes and desires to powerfully evolve and live as your authentic self have brought about these changes in you. And bulk opens new doorways for you, and what no longer serves you will fall away naturally. All right. That's what I have for you, Aries. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node placements for a overall picture of what the next 30 days looks for you. I'll see you there. All right, Taurus, welcome in. Let's get into what you can expect over the next 30 days. So beginning of the month, we have the 6 of Wands and 8 of Pentacles. So this month will kick off with well-earned success. You're stepping into a spotlight of recognition after investing serious effort, focus, and mastery into a project or a long-term goal. The 8 of Pentacles shows your devotion to your craft, fine-tuning, revising, and giving attention to the smallest details. Now, with the 6 of Wands, you're receiving your flowers. Your hard work is not going unnoticed, and the energy is supportive of receiving praise and positive feedback. So let yourself feel proud. Don't shy away from acknowledgement or downplay your progress. Own it. You've built something meaningful, and now is the time to stand in that success with confidence and grace. And going forward to the 4 of Wands, which is last month's carryover energy. There's still a lingering energy of celebration and foundational growth from last month. You may be deepening your sense of belonging, whether that's through a home, relationship, community, or creative endeavor. This card reminds you to balance your hard work with joy. If you're building something long-term, whether that be a relationship, business, or your spiritual base, know that you're still in the process of planting those roots. Stay excited, stay open, and be on the lookout for new opportunities that mirror that same feeling of alignment and enthusiasm. Now, the Lovers showing up, that represents the general energy, the overall energy of the month. So this month places you at a crossroads of conscious choices, especially in relationships and value-based decisions. So you'll be guided to choose love, not in the superficial kind of way, but the real kind, grounded in mutual respect and integrity. Balance within yourself between your masculine, that assertive and action taking, and also with your feminine, that intuitive and receptive energies. This will attract aligned relationships. This card also brings a note of caution. So not everything or everyone will be as they seem. Someone may present themselves with charm but carry a different agenda. use discernment. Trust your gut if something feels off. The Lovers also points to contracts. So if you're entering into any formal agreement, personal or professional, read the fine print carefully and then read it again. Don't let excitement cloud your judgment. And as for your advice, which is the Hermit, the Hermit is saying it's time to retreat inward. This energy encourages a pause from the noise to seek solitude and reconnect with your inner truth. You may feel a pull to step back from social obligations or external validation. Do so without guilt. Whether it's quiet meditation, going for walks, or reflective journaling, this sacred time alone will allow you to download powerful insights and recalibrate your path. When you come out of hermit mode, you'll feel more centered and in tune with your higher self. And bottom of the deck energy is death. So transformation is active and ongoing. Some part of your life, maybe a belief, identity, or connection is ending to make way for new growth. Death represents letting go. So it's also a reminder that this is natural. Letting go isn't a loss, but an invitation to rebirth. So as leaves fall, new ones blossom. Trust that what's leaving your life is creating space for something more aligned with who you are becoming. And going to your oracle cards, first one being hand fasting, representing union. This is your mantra for the month. So this message brings focus to commitment, whether it be romantic, spiritual, or self-devotional. If you're forming or deepening a bond, treat it with reverence. It's also a call to commit to your path, your values, and your truth. Love is at the core of everything this month. So real, meaningful, and grounded love. And your mantra is, I make a promise to remain true to myself and honor the sacred unions in my life. I make a promise to remain true to myself and honor the sacred unions in my life. Okay, and your next oracle card, this is extra insight for the month. So we have air for imagination. This is your invitation to create, think, move, and breathe expansively. Channel your intellectual energy into something expressive. Writing, planning, dreaming, inventing. Take walks, spend time outdoors, and meditate to still your mind. If you're called to begin a new project or explore a new idea, trust that now is the time. Fresh air brings fresh perspective, mentally and spiritually. And I am going to read this one out of the book because I can. No, but to give you more insight. So air says, the power of air sweeps through your imagination, urging you to believe what you see, for you have been blessed with second sight. Strange shapes in the sky, vivid colors as you close your eyes, sighting repetitive signs and symbols all confirm your natural clairvoyance. A canny gift indeed. So disregard your doubts about your ability of clear seeing, for these fears blow you off course. Instead, stand firm in the eye of the storm and know that your visions are valid. For your imagination is the gateway to real magic that beckons a world you have been longing to discover. Call upon the spirits of air to enhance your creativity and meditation abilities to stimulate your mind as you light incense, a yellow candle, and face the direction of east. This is a great time for fertility, as air blows you in the direction of new beginnings. So throw caution to the wind and watch as your visions manifest into reality. All right. So everything you guys set your mind to this month will grow. Okay. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a grand picture of what the month holds for you. And I will see you there. Gemini, 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 welcome. This is what you can look forward to and expect over the next 30 days. So, beginning of the month, you have the Four of Cups. So, you may begin this phase feeling emotionally disconnected or underwhelmed, especially if recent opportunities haven't sparked your enthusiasm. There's a sense of emotional stagnation where excitement for the future feels dulled by past letdowns or unmet expectations. So this card gently calls your attention to outdated perspectives or a spiritual routine that may no longer serve or inspire you. It's a nudge toward renewal. So new possibilities feel like they're on the horizon, but first you must open yourself to them. Cultivate a willingness to release what's no longer working mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This creates space for something fresh and meaningful to enter. Moving on to last month's carryover energy, which is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This lingering energy highlights the need for balance, particularly around financial and personal wellness. You may have been overextending yourself, whether through spending beyond your means or pushing too hard at work without taking moments to enjoy what you've earned. There's an invitation here to redefine your relationship with money, with abundance. True success includes time for rest, joy, and self-celebration. Let go of any guilt around slowing down. Abundance isn't only measured by productivity, it's also reflected in how well you care for your inner world, okay? That being your inner well-being. And going on to general energy, overall energy for the month, we have the Devil. So this month is about facing and understanding patterns that have quietly kept you stuck. Whether it's self-sabotaging behaviors, toxic relationships, or addictive coping mechanisms, the Devil shows up to help you reclaim your power. This isn't a punishment, it's a chance to illuminate the shadows and free yourself. So ask yourself honestly, what feels good in the moment but drains you in the long run? What feels good in the moment but drains you in the long run? Your intuition is sharp, so use it to identify the habits or fears that hold you back. Liberation begins with awareness. So with courage and curiosity, you'll be able to rewrite these patterns from the root. And your advice is the Two of Pentacles. So you're being called to gracefully navigate the many moving parts of your life. When expanding into new chapters, disruption of routine is inevitable. So it doesn't have to be chaotic. This card asks you to stay flexible and grounded amidst the rough patch, okay? Practice discernment. Only say yes to what you can truly handle, because you're being encouraged to ask for support when needed and to find harmony between your emotional world and external responsibilities. Prioritize balance, not perfection. And bottom of the deck energy, you have the Queen of Wands. So you are in your power, and it's showing up here clear as day. This energy speaks to your charisma, confidence, and leadership potential rising to the surface. The Queen of Wands asks you to own your ambition unapologetically. Opportunities may arise to step into a more visible role or take initiative. Embrace them. At the same time, you're being supported in doing the inner work of healing wounds related to self-worth and visibility. The more you believe in your own light, the more others will too. Let this month be one where you boldly claim what you deserve, professionally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, going to your two oracle cards, first one being Earth for grounding. This is going to represent your mantra for the month. So You're being called to reconnect with nature and the tangible world. Get your hands dirty, literally or metaphorically, whether that be gardening, cooking, or building something physical, because Earth reminds you that your manifestations need solid foundations. Take time to ground your thoughts and energy so your ambitions can take form with strength and sustainability. Your mantra is, I root myself in the present and build something lasting from the ground up. I root myself in the present and build something lasting from the ground up. Moving on to Hearth, representing homecoming. This is extra insights for the month. So now is a time to nurture your emotional foundation. Turn inward and pour love into your home, your family, and your closest relationships. A gathering or reconnection with loved ones may also be on the horizon. There's also a need to nourish yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Reassess your priorities and consider what home really means to you. Return to your roots, rest, heal, cook meals that comfort you. This is a sacred time to restore your inner sanctuary before you charge forward again. And just like the other signs, I am going to read this out of the book, because you could never have enough insight. So Hearth says, you've heard the phrase, home is where the heart is, right? Well, it certainly rings true for you at this moment in time. The hearth calls you back to the bosom of your family, to return to the center of what really is important, to remember where your loyalties lie. This is a vital time right now for you to enjoy some home comforts where you can relax and be the real you. You're done with pretense and keeping up with others for appearance's sake. It's all been rather fast-paced for you, and it's time to slow things down and take it easy. Hearth invites you to return back to basics for a while, where you can rest in the warmth and sup some nourishment soup. Here within your very own space, you can review your priorities and maybe rework that schedule of yours. But for now, curl up and focus on some peace and well-being. Welcome home. So your home will be what you make it. All right. That's what I have for you. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Node placements for a grand scheme of what your month will look like. And I'll see you there. Well, hello, Cancer. Welcome to your 30-day forecast. All right, let's get into your reading. What can you look forward to and expect over the course of the next 30 days? We have the Wheel of Fortune for the beginning of the month. This month begins with a turning point. So you're learning to focus on what you can control while releasing everything you can't. This mindset shift brings you peace amidst uncertainty and allows for divine timing to unfold. As you stop trying to force outcomes, you open yourself up to serendipitous meetings, sudden breakthroughs, and powerful shifts in direction. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and this marks the end of a painful cycle and the beginning of something more harmonious. You've earned this with your resilience. Now stay open, because what's coming is meant for you. And going on to the Five of Cups, which is representation of last month's carryover energy. There is still some healing taking place. You may have recently experienced disappointment or emotional loss, and this is reminding you to honor your grief without getting lost in it. It's okay to feel sad, and you don't need to rush to feel better. The path to emotional renewal starts with permission to feel it all first. So that sadness won't last forever, because you're moving toward emotional wholeness and reconnection. Let that light back in slowly. As you allow yourself to release, space is made for joy and satisfaction to return. And your overall energy for the month is the King of Pentacles. So this month is going to be rooted in stability and grounded leadership. You may find yourself in a position where others are looking to you for guidance, financial wisdom, or even emotional strength. You're going to be embodying a calm, capable energy that naturally magnetizes trust. So you may also feel drawn to give back, whether with your time, energy, or resources. There's a balance between managing your goals and extending support to others. So be generous without depleting yourself. You're laying the foundation for long-term security and meaningful impact. And your advice for the month is the moon. So this is going to be a powerful month for spiritual and emotional depth. You're being called inward toward the unseen, the intuitive, and the mysterious. So the moon asks you to confront illusions, fears, and inner narratives that may be holding you back. Don't fear your shadow side, understand it. Your dreams and intuitive hits are more vivid and meaningful now, so pay attention to subtle cues and symbols. This is a time of soul growth through honest reflection. Trust what surfaces in the silence. Even if you can't see the full path yet, your inner light will be enough to guide you, okay? And going on to the bottom of the deck energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you've come so far, and it's time to enjoy the life you've been building. You've worked diligently to create stability, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and now you're reaping the rewards. The Nine of Pentacles encourages you to soak in your independence, luxury, and peace. Surround yourself with beauty. Indulge in what nourishes you. There's no lack here, just deep self-worth and the wisdom to appreciate it. Continue crafting your environment in a way that supports serenity and personal expression. And we're going to go over here to your oracle cards. First one being Mabon for balance. This is your mantra for the month. So you're being guided to reflect deeply on what's been out of balance in your life. Emotional imbalances, boundary issues, or old wounds are surfacing not to harm, but to help you restore equilibrium. Embrace both light and shadow. It's time to take only the lessons and leave the pain. Your mantra is, I release what disrupts my peace. I harvest the wisdom of my past and hold space for harmony to grow. I release what disrupts my peace. I harvest the wisdom of my past and I hold space for harmony to grow. All right. And your next oracle card, this is extra insight for the month. We have Scrying Mirror for shadow. Okay. That goes in hand with that moon as well. So you're working with only parts of your power. There is a message hidden just beyond your current perception. Look deeper. You're being asked to fully integrate the parts of yourself you've overlooked or rejected. Acknowledge your shadow. This process will enhance your intuitive gifts and bring clarity to what's been veiled. Something is being kept from you, not out of cruelty, but to urge you toward a personal revelation. Open your spiritual eyes. And I'm going to read this out of the book like I did for all the other signs. The more insight, the more it helps you navigate this month. And yes, I'm just talking until I find it. So, Scrying Mirror says, through the scrying mirror lives a power that you have been avoiding. Focusing only on the qualities of light can only serve half of who you are. There is no point in denying the part of you that you are refusing to see when shadow shows up. Look again and face your shadow side. There is nothing to fear, for this is part of who you are. The lights cannot exist without the dark, and when recognized, completes the duality of light and dark, goddess and God within you. Once acknowledged and accepted, get to know your shadow side. Learn its ways and its vulnerabilities until you recognize and understand this alternative power that resides in you. It takes great skill to observe it and to know when and what to take from it when the situation arises. Shadows cannot exist without the light, and from the shadows come the light. By knowing yourself fully in this way, you strengthen your energy and increase your personal power. All right. I love that for you. Come on in, Leo. Let me chit-chat with you. This is what you can look forward to and expect in the next 30 days. So, beginning of the month, we have the Knight of Cups. The month opens with heightened emotional sensitivity and a desire to express your feelings creatively or romantically. So you may find yourself idealizing a person or situation, dreamy-eyed and swept up in the magic of the what could be. Alternatively, you may crave being idealized by someone else. So take a step back and ask yourself, are your actions coming from the heart or are you seeking validation? The Knight of Cups also encourages you to slow down and truly feel into your experiences before projecting expectations. Enjoy the process of these moments, okay, of everything that's unfolding. New inspiration or a meaningful emotional connection may also be on the horizon for you this month. And moving on to Justice, which is representation of last month's carryover energy. So there's karmic rebalancing in motion for you. Whether this be in legal matters, professional settings, or interpersonal issues, things are aligning in your favor as long as you've been acting with integrity. This justice brings a call to accountability and truth. If you've been honest and authentic, you can expect to see fairness restored. This card also signifies spiritual justice, so wrongs being righted in unseen ways. Let go of the past because balance is being reclaimed. You're aligning not only your external life, but your inner sense of fairness and harmony as well. So everything is being realigned for you. And the general energy for the month is the Four of Wands. So this is celebration, community, and stability. Those are all strong themes for you for the overall month, whether you're being celebrated or you're celebrating a milestone, whether this be moving, upgrading your home, relationship progress, or joining a new group. This card indicates success and harmony in the areas you worked hard to nurture. So surround yourself with those who bring joy and support. This month also encourages you to balance productivity with much needed rest. Rejuvenation is essential to help your spirit stay vibrant. So soak in the sense of belonging and acknowledge how far you've come. And your advice for the month is the Six of Swords and the Star. You are moving into a more peaceful chapter. Mentally and emotionally, there's healing on the horizon. If you felt weighed down, this is your green light to release old baggage. Travel or a change in environment may aid in your healing. Sometimes a shift in scenery brings clarity. The star brings hope, renewal, and spiritual alignment. And you're being asked to embrace your authentic self and to trust the divine timing of your path. Use your gifts to step into your creative flow again. The future holds restored energy, improved health, and deeper spiritual wisdom. So let yourself be inspired this month. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the Five of Cups. Acknowledge your disappointments, but don't dwell in them. A loss and regret may still linger, but you're being guided to turn your focus toward things that are still standing. So, in the Five of Cups, 2 cups remain full, waiting for your attention. It's time to stop replaying what went wrong and start reclaiming your joy. Pour into yourself. Choose emotional renewal. Your ability to move forward is not dependent on anyone else showing up for you. You are more than capable of restoring your own happiness. And moving on to your 2 oracle cards we have. First one is candles representing magic. This is your mantra for the month. Your manifesting abilities are amplified this month, so keep your intentions clear and positive. Incorporate candle work into your rituals for those of you that perform them. Those of you that are just starting out, each color holds meaning, each flame holds intention. Whether in the bath, at your altar, or during a quiet evening, light your path with conscious energy. You are casting your own magic daily. Your mantra is, "This is a magical time. My light is powerful and purposeful. I attract what I focus on." This is a magical time. My light is powerful and purposeful. I attract what I focus on. Moving on to your other oracle card, we have Yule for Rebirth. This is extra insight for the month. So you're being fully reborn. The shadows of your past no longer define your future. You've endured the hard lessons, and now it's time to walk boldly in your wisdom. Embrace the new life that's unfolding before you. Your dreams are closer than you think. Let go, let light in, and watch your world transform. A literal or symbolic homecoming may be on the horizon, something that finally feels like you. So, cozy moments, warm spaces, and heartfelt clarity await you. And I am going to get Yule out of the book for you. Just for more information, Yule says, like the celebrated midwinter's sun, it's time to make your ascent. You are growing stronger, and an exalted journey awaits. Yule honors the return of the sun's power, a celebration of its rebirth. Your battle has been won, and you can take your deserved place next to the winning Oak King, who reigns supreme at Yule over the Holly King, until they meet again in the solstice of summer. So spruce yourself up, for Yule brings great news of impending rebirth, for a new way of life is just around the corner. Rebirth can come in many forms, such as heading in a new direction, a promotion, a new job, new perception, empowerment, or enhanced connection with the old ways. Whatever it is you've been asking for comes to pass when Yule arrives. So be expectant and positive as rebirth accompanies you through to the other side, where you will emerge wiser and stronger than ever before. All right, that's what I have for you. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements for the big picture of the month for you. All right, and I will see you there. Hi, Virgo. How are you? I hope you're well. Let's get into your 30-day forecast. So, beginning of the month, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So, you enter the month focused, collaborative, and aligned with your purpose. There's momentum building as you confidently share your ideas, skills, and contributions. You'll find your work not only acknowledged but praised, opening doors for growth and new opportunities. So you'll be stepping into the next level of your craft, and this card confirms you are ready for expansion, whether through increased recognition, professional partnerships, or the evolution of a passion project. Your confidence is rising as your fears lose their hold. This is a fertile period to grow your audience, build your credibility, and solidify your presence in your field. Trust in your capabilities because you've earned this momentum. And moving on to the Queen of Cups, representing last month's carryover energy. So there is a softness lingering from last month, an emotional depth that continues to shape your inner world. You may still be processing intense feelings or the culmination of something deeply personal. The Queen of Cups reminds you to honor your intuition and emotional intelligence. You've been nurturing something significant, perhaps a creative project, maybe a relationship, or doing some personal healing. That's now reaching a visible conclusion. Keep creating space for yourself to feel, to listen, and to channel your emotions into art, conversations, or quiet reflection. Also, seek out those who inspire you and environments that uplift your spirit. And for the overall energy of the month, we have the Six of Swords. So relief is on the horizon. This month brings a welcoming shift toward peace, calm, and clarity after a period of maybe turbulence or transition, whether emotional or mentally. You're moving away from something that no longer serves you. That's a common theme for all the signs. But this is an energy of spiritual healing and mental clarity, allowing you to regroup and begin again with steadier footing. There's forward movement here, but it's quiet, intentional, and earned. Now, travel may be a part of your healing process. Let the journey transform you. This phase is about leaving behind the unnecessary and embracing restoration. And the Nine of Wands is your advice for the month. So you're in the final stretch of what felt like a longer cycle that has tested your limits, strength, and resilience. This card is reminding you, you didn't come this far to only come this far. Though you may be tired, understand that you're wiser, stronger, and even more spiritually attuned than ever. Lean into your rituals, whether that be meditation, journaling, any type of physical activity, or solitude. This will allow you to draw power from the lessons you've learned. Whatever remains unresolved, you are more than equipped to see it through. Do not give up now because you are so close to a breakthrough. Bottom of the deck energy clarifying this is the World. A major cycle is closing, and you're being launched into a new chapter with clarity and wisdom. You've done the work. Now comes the integration and celebration. The World signifies a deep sense of accomplishment, pride, and self-actualization. You're standing at a threshold, ready to begin again, but with all the knowledge and strength you've gained. Take time to acknowledge your journey, whether it be personal, professional, or spiritual. A full circle moment is here. Honor it and step forward with confidence into what's next. Let's move on to your oracle cards. First one is your mantra for the month. It says cloak, and it represents containment. So something concealed either within you or from you is approaching the surface. You're being asked to stay true to your inner knowing despite the noise or opinions of others. Whether it's someone withholding a truth or you keeping something close to your chest, clarity is coming. Challenges will be overcome through directness and courage. Don't dim your truth out of fear of being misunderstood, because your authenticity is your armor. I wanted to say your armor, but your authenticity is your armor, okay? And your mantra is, I am protected. My truth is my strength. What is hidden will be revealed. I am protected. My truth is my strength. What is hidden will be revealed. And your next oracle card is Hex for Banishment. And this is extra insight into the month for you. So, not everything or everyone around you is aligned with your highest good. This is your call to be vigilant. Someone's intentions may not match their presentation. Energy vampires, jealousy, or manipulative dynamics are draining you more than you realize. Trust your instincts, examine the fine print, because if something feels too good to be true, pause and investigate. Walk away from what no longer resonates. This is a cleansing month. Banish what's toxic to make space for what's real. And I am going to read this out of the book as well. So, Hex says, Hex comes as a warning sign for you to be wary of unwanted energies that are being directed your way. Whether you have felt drained of late or have experienced a prickly feeling, you can be sure that when Hex turns up, you have some vital banishing to do. Be sure to check in with your feelings so that you can determine what or who is sucking the life force out of you or directing negative energy your way. Do not be fearful. Instead, be strong and turn any negativity into positive personal power. This is a time for you to stand and to say no more. Look more deeply into situations and don't take so much on face value. Tread carefully and keep watch for enemies who lurk in the shadows. Your discernment right now gives you a second sight, so trust your instincts and go for the kill. Hex urges you to release, get rid of, and banish anything that prevents you from walking your true path. You are protected when you heed this omen. Ignore it at your peril. All right. They said what they said. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements for a grand picture of your month. And I will see you there. Lovely Libra, welcome to your reading. What can you look forward to and expect over the next 30 days? Let's get into it. So, beginning of this month, we have the Six of Cups. You're stepping into the month wrapped in a comforting, nostalgic energy. There's a sense of emotional safety, lightness, and playfulness here. You may be craving simplicity, connections that feel easy and warm. Childhood memories, old friendships, or creative endeavors from the past may resurface in ways that nourish your heart. There's also an energy of reunions, reconnections, or simply reaching out to those who've always understood you, and they will bring you joy. Let yourself embrace that soft, youthful energy. Give freely, receive openly, and let kindness be the foundation of all of your interactions this month. And moving on to the Five of Cups is last month's carryover energy. A disappointment or unexpected outcome still lingers. This may relate to a path, project, or relationship that didn't turn out as you hoped. You might be quietly mourning the what could have been, but this card reminds you not all is lost. Again, as previously stated in another sign, 2 cups still stand behind you. Opportunities, support systems, or blessings you've yet to recognize. Redirect your focus. Be patient with yourself as you recenter and rediscover what brings meaning and direction to your journey. And the overall energy for the month shows up as the Chariot. So momentum will be building. You're being called to rise, focus, and move boldly in the direction of your goals. The Chariot speaks to controlled power. It's not just about desire, but discipline. If you want to level up, clarity and structure are required. Be sure to set clear intentions, develop a strategy, and have action rooted in purpose, because this will carry you far this month. Also, whether it's a physical move, career shift, or a personal breakthrough, your spirit is driving, but your mind must navigate. Let your intuition be your compass, and don't rush the decision-making process. Get clear, then go. All right? And your advice for the month is the Two of Pentacles. So, balance is key, emotionally, practically, and energetically. Life may demand a lot from you this month, and it's essential that you don't overcommit or try to do it all alone. Your emotions may also fluctuate, especially when it feels like there's more to juggle than you planned for. So flow with your emotions, don't fight them. Prioritize what truly matters and allow yourself to move at a manageable pace. It's okay to ask for help too. And also keep in mind, sustaining your peace is more important than sustaining the illusion of perfection. And for the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So this energy is saying abundance is here, joy is here, satisfaction is here. All the effort, soul work, and persistence you've poured into your growth has brought you to this moment. It's calling for a time to celebrate emotionally, spiritually, and even materially. Your desires are within reach, maybe even already unfolding before you. Share this contentment with others. Your generosity, optimism, and gratitude will only continue to multiply what you receive. So bask in it because you've earned it. And going forward to your oracle cards, we have first one being Lord God, representing masculine. This is going to be representation of your mantra for the month. So emotions have played a key role in your recent decisions, but this month calls for a balance between head and heart. Take a step back to assess the situation objectively and use discernment before accepting any offers. There's power in restraint. Competitive energy will serve you now. Don't be afraid to act boldly, but act from a grounded space. Trust your past experiences to inform your present wisdom. And your mantra is, I act with logic and clarity. My strength comes from wise action, not reaction. I act with logic and clarity. My strength comes from wise action, not reaction. All right, moving on to Cauldron, representing containment. This is extra insight for the month. Let's see. So this makes me feel like not all the information is in front of you. Something or someone may be withholding key details, and you're being encouraged not to make your next move until you feel fully informed. Use this time to gather more information, tune into your intuitive gifts, and nurture your ideas, but in private. Your talents are powerful, but the timing isn't quite right for full exposure. Let things cook a little longer. See what I did there? And I say that because the world will be ready for what you bring soon. But for now, protect your peace is protecting your process. And I am going to read this out of the book. The more the merrier, the more the merrier. Okay, so Cauldron says, whilst you are bubbling over with anticipation to share with the world, you are advised to keep a lid on things. For the time to come out is not yet right. That which you hold within is to be contained for a while longer. So for now, just allow all that you know and feel to simmer gently. Boiling over will not serve you, and you just may get your fingers burnt. Instead, Cauldron asks that you use this as a time for nurturing and preparation. The feast is promised. Although newly acquired ingredients that have not yet been presented to you need to be first stirred into the pot. I'm going to start that over because I don't think, okay. The feast is promised. Although newly acquired ingredients that have not yet been presented to you need to be first stirred into the pot. Only when you add these fresh additions will you be ready. Be patient for the signal to move forward, because it will appear in good time. Only then, my dear, can you serve up that which the world will be ready and willing to accept. All right, that's what I have for you. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north nodes for the big picture for the month. All right, I will see you there. Scorpio, oh Scorpio, welcome to your 30-day forecast. So, what can you look forward to and expect this month? First card out, we have the Fool. This is the beginning of the month energy. This is how you show up at the beginning of the month. So, your journey begins with open-hearted curiosity and a touch of divine courage. Even if the destination isn't yet defined, there's a rising certainty within you, feeling as though you are on the right path. This is the kind of energy that inspires bold action, new adventures, or even saying yes when you used to hesitate. You'll also be shedding old constraints and stepping forward, trusting the wisdom in each stumble and the growth behind every turn. Allow yourself to leap, not because you know the outcome, but because your soul is ready to explore the unknown with enthusiasm. The universe supports you now. And the King of Wands, he's reversed. So this is last month's carryover energy, and this is an energy of unbalanced or distorted masculine energy, whether from an external source or from within. This includes power plays, manipulation, harsh criticism, or even trying to lead with control rather than inspiration. There's also a karmic thread here. So were you asserting authority from fear, or were you on the receiving end of someone who used power as a weapon? Either way, it's time to restore integrity and balance. Leadership requires heart as much as strategy. So your intuition is going to help you see exactly where to cut the cords. So releasing your ego attachments or realign with empowered ethical action. All right. And your overall energy of the month is the 3 of Pentacles. So this is going to be a good month to showcase your gifts and contribute to something greater than yourself. Collaborations look to be highlighted, whether it's creative partnerships, professional teamwork, or building community around a shared goal. Know that you'll be seen, heard, and respected for your talents. But take note, respect is a two-way exchange. Keep your mind open to feedback and innovation. Don't get stuck in a my way or the highway mindset. Co-creation blossoms when all voices are honored. This is the beginning of tangible success and increased visibility. Let the work speak for itself and let it speak loudly, okay? And your advice for the month is the 9 of Wands. So you're close, like very close, but this final stretch may test your resolve. Exhaustion may creep in and moments of doubt may surface, especially if you've carried heavy burdens alone, all by yourself. So this card asks you to honor your resilience. You've been through so much and still you rise. The key this month is persistence with self-compassion. Set boundaries to protect your energy. Reflect on the emotional muscle you've built and don't give up when the finish line is in sight. You're more prepared than you realize, and this is your breakthrough moment. Bottom of the deck energy is the 8 of Wands. That is clarifying that 9 of Wands for me. Understand that momentum picks up quickly. There's a whirlwind of activity, conversations, events, invitations, or even travel, and it's all aligning in your favor. If things felt stuck, expect movement, clarity, and even excitement. Something you've been waiting on begins to unfold with ease. This is also an energetic boost. Your creativity is firing. Your social calendar may be full, and life starts to feel fun again. Ride that wave, don't overthink it. And also stay open to spontaneous opportunities because they're parts of the bigger plan. And going over to your oracle cards. First one is the mantra for the month. We have Watchtower of the East that represents spring. So this is the time for fresh beginnings. Work with the elements of air. This is journaling, speaking your truth, or visualizing your next phase. Mental clarity is high and your imagination is fertile ground for spiritual and creative breakthroughs. An exam, presentation, or key moment of performance will go in your favor. So express, create, and for those of you that do spell work, it will be best to cast your spell work at dawn. And your mantra for the month is, I awaken my vision, clarity, and inspired ideas with each new dawn. I awaken my vision, clarity, and inspired ideas with each new dawn. All right. And your next card is in bulk for awakening. This is extra insight for the month. So you are emerging from what felt like a dormant phase into one of a renewal. Whether you've been in spiritual hibernation or emotional retreat, this is a wake-up call. Cleanse what no longer serves, from your thoughts to your habits, and tend to your body as a sacred vessel. You are being called to dream bigger, to live brighter, and to act bolder. Your intuition and your creativity are reawakening. This is not the time to shrink. This is the time to stretch. And I am going to read this out of the book for you. I feel like somebody else got this card. Somebody else did get this card. So in bulk says new desires are presenting themselves to you as you awaken to opportunities that were once unfamiliar to you. These beckon you now to explore as you become more in tune with the magic and mystery of nature. As you become aware of this awakening, you will begin to notice synchronicities such as chance meetings with like-minded people or animals that cross your path. The ancient mystics worked with the cycle of nature and recognized that when we operate in this way, we receive all that we need to survive abundantly. Everything that you are feeling is entirely natural. Your wishes and desires to powerfully evolve and to live as your authentic self have brought about these changes in you. And bulk opens new doorways for you, and what no longer serves you will fall away naturally. This is an auspicious time, for you are becoming truly alive and awakening the true witch within who now stirs from a deeper slumber. All right, that is what I have for you. And be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements for the big picture. All right, I will see you there. Sagittarius, welcome. This is your reading for what you can expect and look forward to over the next 30 days. So, beginning of the month, we have the sun. You're entering this month radiating warmth, optimism, and renewed vitality. After a stretch of heaviness, be it emotional, physical, or spiritual, you're seeing life through brighter eyes. The sun lights your path and illuminates what was once unclear. There's a childlike joy returning to you, and it feels like the fog has lifted. A breakthrough may have recently brought mental clarity, and now your spirit is catching up with a deep sense of wellness. So, health on all levels looks to be improving, and your enthusiasm feels reignited. Allow yourself to feel joy without guilt. Lean into your glow. And the Queen of Cups, representing last month's carryover energy. So, deep emotional waves linger from the previous month. Whether these feelings stemmed from your own internal process or from someone else close to you, they've shaped your current emotional landscape. So, you've reached a new level of emotional maturity, one that no longer requires proving or defending yourself. Your self-assured claim is a gift. So, you're learning to hold your heart with both tenderness and strength. Keep your cup close. Emotional intelligence is your greatest asset right now, especially as you navigate the shifting currents of desire, intuition, and your connections. And the overall energy for the month is the 7 of Cups. So, dreams, options, and potentials swirl around you this month like stars waiting to be named. There may be so many possibilities that it's hard to choose between temptation, fantasy, and distraction. Understand that all are part of this card's energy. So the key is discernment. What aligns with your deeper truth? What pulls you away from it? This is not the time to rush into decisions. Take your time to visualize, meditate, and feel into each option. Not everything that sparkles is gold, but something truly precious is within reach. Let your intuition do the sorting. And your advice for the month is the Three of Pentacles. So you're being called to rise into leadership through collaboration. You have something valuable to offer, and now is the time to share it with a wider audience. Step into your field with greater visibility, whether that means speaking out, teaching, building something tangible, or taking on a more vocal role in your community. Also, be confident in your skills and open to teamwork. People want to work with you, learn from you, or support what you're building. Let that momentum carry you forward. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Nine of Cups. So you are approaching, or maybe even already living within a moment of emotional fulfillment. A wish made from the heart is coming to fruition, and it's time to pause and savor. There's no need to chase or control right now. You've earned this joy, this abundance, and this peace. If you've been focusing on spiritual or emotional healing, know that it's paying off. Keep being generous with your energy, but also make time to celebrate your progress. More success is on its way because you're in alignment. And your oracle cards, first one is going to be your mantra for the month. We have High Priest and High Priestess representing responsibility. So the spiritual and emotional awareness, I was going to say weariness. The spiritual and emotional awareness you hold is deep, and it's growing deeper. This energy is a reminder to stay grounded in their power, not reckless with it. You're being invited to step into a new level of sacred responsibility, whether that's through mentorship, spiritual leadership, or embodying your truth more boldly, because it's time to walk the path with clear intention. So be mindful what you ask for. You are seen and heard in higher realms now, and your voice carries weight. And your mantra is, I honor the sacred power within me by wielding it with wisdom and integrity. I honor the sacred power within me by wielding it with wisdom and integrity. And your extra insight for the month is altar, representing dedication. So you may have been exploring many past interests or approaches lately, but now it's time to commit. Choose a path that truly resonates with your values and soul's calling, whether it's a spiritual practice, lifestyle, or creative focus. Devoting your energy consistently will bring you results. Also consider building or tending to a sacred space, literally or metaphorically, an altar. Somewhere where you can connect with what truly matters to you, because this will anchor your energy and bring clarity and manifestation to you. I'm going to read this out the book for you. Let's see. So altar says, now is the time to gather all the tools you have obtained along your way, including that which you have learned and experienced, and bring them to the table. For you have now the vital ingredients you need to bring about the magic you require. The sacred space that is the altar has presented itself to you. So now is the time for you to realize where your allegiance truly lies. Remove any tendencies for favoring flaky indecision so that you can bear your soul in truth and dedication to that which flows through your veins and sings strong in your heart. Decide upon your path carefully and wisely, and make a full commitment to that which you choose. Then follow through by the means of dedication to your choice. Create an altar, offer up prayers and thanksgiving to strengthen your relationship with your allies. Alright, that's what I have for you. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Node to get the bigger picture of what the month ahead looks like for you. And I will see you there. What's up, Capricorn? How you doing? Let's get into your reading for the next 30 days. Beginning of the month, you have the Hanged Man. So you're starting this month in a space of stillness, but it's not stagnation. The universe is asking you to surrender, not out of defeat, but out of trust. This moment of suspension is offering you a gift, perspective. You are being guided to look at your circumstances through a new spiritual lens, which can only happen when you stop resisting and start observing. What is this delay trying to teach you? The more present and reflective you are now, the more profound your insight will be. What appears idle on the surface is actually a deeply transformative turning point. Moving on to the Star reversed, which is last month's carryover energy. So you've been moving through a time where hope may have felt out of reach and divine connection felt frayed. A disconnection from your sense of purpose or inspiration still lingers as you enter this month. This is your nudge to reconnect to your intuition, to recommit to faith even in moments where the path feels unclear. You're not off track, you're just being guided back to yourself. Healing is unfolding, but it asks for patience. Inspiration and light are still available to you, but you must seek them with intention. And the overall energy for the month for you is the Page of Wands. So a spark of creativity or inspiration will ignite for you. This energy will lighten, and you'll feel reawakened to your passion and curiosity, whether it's through a message, a new opportunity, or a sudden realization. Know that good news is coming your way. There's also a freshness in the air, and you may be drawn to creative expression, whether that be starting a project or exploring something new that invigorates you. Let your playful side lead. Be bold, but don't overcommit. Take a moment to check in with your bandwidth before taking a leap. This will be a good time to revisit old hobbies or passions because they may hold unexpected healing power. And your advice for the month is Three of Swords. The pain that sits silently in your heart deserves your attention. It's not a burden, it's a teacher. This month, you're being asked to acknowledge and gently face unresolved grief, heartbreak, or emotional disappointment. Whether this is tied to your past or even a recent event, it's impacting your present. Because avoiding it won't make it disappear, but facing it will bring profound release, but also clarity. So know that healing begins where that truth is being honored. Let yourself feel. Mourn what was, and trust that clearing this space will make way for something more aligned and nourishing. Clarifying that, we have strength at the bottom of the deck. At the core of everything, you will navigate in resilience. Strength is your reminder that your inner power is quiet, deep, and eternal. You don't have to roar to be strong. Your ability to feel, be vulnerable, to love despite pain is your true power. You faced hard times before, and you're gonna damn sure face them again. But each time, you become more aware of your ability to withstand and evolve. Breathe through your doubts. Let compassion for yourself be your first instinct. You have everything it takes. Going over to your oracle cards, we have Herbal Kitchen, representing alchemist. This is your mantra for the month. So this month, you're invited to become an alchemist of your own life. Pay close attention to what you consume physically and energetically, because your body may be guiding you toward a more plant-based diet, or you may even be guided toward plants, okay? You may be called to explore herbal medicine, cooking, or healing through earthly based tools. You have ancient knowledge within your DNA. That's not for everybody, but some of you do. And it's possibly carried over from past lives. Awaken that. Whether in your kitchen, your garden, or your sacred space, because your hands are capable of creating healing magic. And your mantra is going to be, I transform the ordinary into the sacred. I nourish my body, mind, and spirit with intention. I transform the ordinary into the sacred. I nourish my mind, body, and spirit with intention. All right, and moving on to your extra insight for the month, we have broomstick representing clearance. So there's a stale, stagnant energy clinging to you or your space, and it's a need to be cleared. This is a month for a literal or energetic sweeping. Clean your home, detox your habits, and organize your thoughts. Let go of what no longer reflects who you are becoming. Pay attention to who or what drains your spirit, because this is your sign to distance yourself. Smudging, praying, bathing, meditating, and journaling can all aid in clearing out residual heaviness. Reclaim your sacred space. You're not stuck, you're just in need of a reset. All right, and I'm going to read that out the book. All right, the more information, the better. So, Broomstick says, you are in urgent need to create space for the energies you are calling upon in order for them to take their rightful place. You wonder why your spell work has dimmed, while all you have asked for has not yet been made manifest. The answer is that the stench of clutter surrounds you. It's time for a clearing, for magic needs space to order to be birthed. It's time for a clearing, for magic needs space in order to be birthed. So get rid of all that you no longer need and is not aligned with you or who you are today. Clean up, sort out the trash, donate to charity, rearrange furniture, and create some sacred space so you can work, feel at peace, and connected. Call upon your trusted friend Broomstick to move wider shins as it sweeps away the unnecessary contents of your mind, removing the constant internal chatter that has prevented you from hearing the voice of spirits clearly. Out with the old and in with the new. That's the way the witches do. All right, that's what I have for you. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements to get a big picture of what the month looks like for you. All right, I will see you there. Hey Aquarius, I'm back. I had to take a break. Of course, to y'all don't know that, but because the Five of Cups came out again, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing it. Whew, it's weighing heavy on me. All right, let's get into your 30-day forecast. So I'm going to explain the Five of Cups. Don't worry. But beginning of the month, you do have the King of Swords. So you're entering this month with sharp clarity and a commanding presence. You are the authority in your own life, and that awareness fuels decisive action. Whether you're called to speak up for yourself or advocate for others who may not have a voice, you are guided by wisdom, discernment, and truth. So this energy asks you to stand firmly behind your ideas and principles with confidence in your decisions. If your situation involves something domestic or legally complex, seek the counsel of someone qualified. You'll know who to trust. It's important for you to step into your power with mental clarity and a calm, commanding presence. And moving on to last month's carryover energy, which is the Ace of Wands. So last month ignited a spark, an idea, desire, or opportunity that set something in motion. You were given a glimpse of what's possible when inspiration meets intention. That initial flame is still burning and now acts to be continuously fueled. This could be a new business, relationship, plans to travel, or a creative pursuits. And you're encouraged to follow through with action. Don't let the momentum, stall. Honor the idea by nurturing it into form. This is not the time to overthink. It's a time to take action and trust your instincts. And moving on to the general energy of the month, the overall energy of the month, we have the Five of Cups. Here we go. So, grief is a teacher, not a punishment. This month may bring emotional lows or reflection on past disappointments. It's important to acknowledge the weight of sadness, loneliness, or emotional detachment that may still be lingering. Let yourself feel it, but don't live there. Not all is lost, because behind the sorrow lies emotional opportunity, deeper connection, renewed clarity, and emotional maturity. So, you are being called to rediscover joy, but that requires a gentle, honest self-compassion. Forgive what didn't go as planned, because turn around, your next steps await. And your advice for the month is the King of Pentacles. This is healing, transformation, and abundance that require consistency. This is a time to cultivate discipline in your routines and dedicate yourself to small, steady action, whether it's your finances, health, career, or emotional recovery. What you build now will last. There's no need to rush. There's strength in patience. Stick with what works and don't underestimate the power of doing the basics well. If life feels emotionally heavy, ground yourself in reliable routines and lean on the people who've already proven themselves to be in your corner. You don't have to go at everything alone. And bottom of the deck energy is death. So this is a cycle of sacred transformation. Something, maybe even a part of your identity, is ready to be released. That release may feel daunting, but know that it's necessary. This is not an ending, it's a beginning disguised as a departure. Let go of people, patterns, and narratives that no longer serve the version of you you're becoming. Allow space for the new to arrive and trust that the universe is clearing space on your behalf and that what's ahead is more aligned than what you're leaving behind. Did you hear what I said? What's ahead is more aligned than what you're leaving behind, okay? And oracle cards, we have ritual for invocation. This is your mantra for the month. So, you are being reminded to deepen your spiritual practice. This month, you may feel called to reconnect with spiritual traditions, deities, or sacred rituals from this or past lives, whether through prayer, dance, altar work, or chant. Invocation is your key to empowerment and clarity. Establish a space to connect with what you believe in and let that anchor you. If you feel the pull to explore more structured spiritual work or even join a community, honor that call. Your mantra is, I call in protection, power, and purpose. I honor my sacred connection to Source. I call in protection, power, and purpose. I honor my sacred connection to Source. And moving on to extra insight for the month, we have Asera, representing incubation. So, your dreams are coming together just beneath the surface. Don't force growth, trust in divine timing. While things may feel slow or uncertain, know that the energy is stirring. It's all coming together. So, you've planted seeds. Now is the time to give them the stillness and nurturing they need. A new project or opportunity may be coming about and will begin to take off when the time is right. This is a time for preparation, clarity, and trust. Don't rush this project to bloom. Excitement is building, and yes, new beginnings are coming. And I am going to read this out of the book for you. Y'all said I should have had this already. Patience. You heard what they said. Patience. Just go ahead and put that in 2-speed while we get there. So what y'all cooking tonight? Okay, here we go. Astera says, like the sun rising at spring equinox, Astera's promise of new beginnings and fertility is on the horizon. Everything is in place to make real your desires, but first you must allow all things to unfold naturally. The seeds planted at Imbolc need time to nurture deep within the earth, and even though these seedlings may now be appearing, you are yet to witness them grow into full bloom. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Imbolc has came out twice in the previous reading, so check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north nodes because that may be of importance to you. Picking up where I left off, it says, so have patience, as this is a time of incubation for the development of any projects, wishes, spells, and dreams you have breathed energy into. Everything is simmering under the surface, and the timing is perfect to bring the best results. That which you cannot see needs to take place first in the background. So don't try to speed up the process. Just wait, trust, and allow the natural order of things to take place. Your patience will pay off. Okay, they ain't saying nothing but a word. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Again, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements to get a bigger picture of what the month ahead looks like for you, and I will see you there. Pisces. You almost didn't get a reading because I've already recorded your reading, but I accidentally deleted it, so here we are again. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up on the same energies at the first go round. Luckily, I do still have the spread out. I'm sure I won't say it word for word, but y'all don't care. Let's get into your 30-day forecast. So, beginning of the month, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this month opens with a strong focus on balance. You're juggling responsibilities and striving to maintain stability while navigating your inner emotions. So emotional waves may rise, but you are learning to flow with them, not drown in them. You might feel torn between your passions and practical demands, between what you want to do and what you feel obligated to do. So it's important for you to prioritize what feels manageable and sustainable. This is not the time to overload your plate. Be intentional and gentle with yourself because you are more capable than you realize. And moving to the Two of Swords, this is Two of Wands. This is last month's carryover energy. So there's a lingering energy of planning, visioning, and contemplation. That aligns with the Two of Swords too, so that's relevant. You may still be weighing a big decision. I don't know, now that I've said Two of Swords. So the question here would be, would it be best for you to leap into a new opportunity or remain where things feel familiar? This energy is serving as a reminder that expansion requires courage but not haste. A partnership or support system may help you navigate through these crossroads too. Lean into the excitement of potential but balance it with patience. Plan out your next steps and trust your intuition. And use your intuition as an intuitive compass because you're on the edge of transformation. So now is the time to work with purpose. I meant to say walk with purpose. See what I mean? Y'all reading it? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Seven of Wands for the overall energy of the month. This is your call to rise. Obstacles or opposition may surface, but they are here to test, not defeat you. This month will ask you to stand in your truth, stand your ground, and protect what you've built without becoming reactive or defensive. And if you're advocating for others, choose your words with care. Solutions are born from clarity, not chaos. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. Just move with integrity and let your actions speak. And know that courage is quiet strength. And there's also something with you speaking up, because my throat is closing. Moving on to the 5 of Cups, that feels like it's been here for every sign. This is your advice for the month. So, heartache, regret, or disappointment may try to cloud your perception, but this card invites a shift in focus. So, yes, grieve what didn't go as planned, but again, don't forget to turn around. Something of value still remains. Within loss lies potential for renewal. Seek the lesson and let it be your lantern. This is about emotional resilience, acknowledging what's gone and embracing what still is. Hope lives in the cracks, so look closely and you'll see it. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hanged Man. Stillness is your sanctuary this month. You may feel stuck, delayed, or in a holding pattern, but this quote-unquote pause is purposeful. Rather than resisting, lean in and use this time to reflect and to see your situation from a completely new angle, because a shift in perspective will expand your beliefs and bring unexpected clarity. In that surrender, you find strength. In stillness, you prepare for sacred motion. The next move will come not from force, but from wisdom. And moving on. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, Pisces, I'm back. Y'all may want to up your protection rituals this month. Too many interferences, too many blockages, too many obstacles energetically coming through. But nonetheless, we keep it moving. This message will get through to you. It's of importance to someone. So, I believe I left off on your oracle cards. So, this next one is tarot cards for guidance, and this is going to represent your mantra for the month. So, Spirit is speaking. You just have to listen. This month, tune in to divine messages through signs, dreams, or even a literal tarot reading. You are already naturally intuitive, and your connection to spiritual insight is potent now. Whether you're just learning or already practicing, this is a good time to study the tarot more deeply. Your inner guidance is crystal clear, so just trust what you feel. And for those of you that are getting into it, it is a measure of protection that you must take when getting into it, okay? But your mantra for the month is, I am open to the signs. I already know the truth within me. I am open to the signs. I already know the truth within me. All right, and your next oracle card, which is extra insight for the month. This is Witch's Cottage, that represents security. So you're craving safety, and the universe wants you to know you are protected. Y'all know I'm gonna read this out the book. But if you felt the need to isolate or protect your peace at all costs, this message says it's okay to let safe people back in. Home, whether literal or emotional, is a theme this month. A move, new living space, or simply feeling more at home within yourself is also, possible. So reconnect with your core values and rediscover what truly makes you feel secure and seen. You don't need to fit in. You're here to belong to yourself first, okay? Now let me read this out the book, because they trying Pisces today, and I don't like that. So what's going on with y'all? Like, what's this energy? If you know. But Witch's Cottage says, insecurity and a lack of self-confidence have a habit of manifesting. Feeling like an outsider makes it difficult. Okay. Feeling like an outsider makes it difficult be positive and fit in. So right now, instead of being on the outside looking in, you have been given the key to let yourself into the Witch's Cottage for a while, where you will find all you need to become strong enough to deal with everything that is hurled at you. Explore every room and discover what it is that you feel you are good at and what you feel most comfortable with. You may find that it is the kitchen filled with herbs and plants to make medicinal recipes, or perhaps it is the welcome warmth of the hearth where you feel most at home. As you investigate, you will discover the right tools and meet friends and familiars along the way for you to choose from and work with until you feel strong enough and ready to reemerge with security as your supporter into the bold and confident witch you really are. Okay. All right. Well, that is what I have for you, Pisces. Again, be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements for a wider picture of what the month ahead looks like for you. And that's what I have. I will see you at those placements, and thank you for being here.